Hey everybody, and welcome back to South Mountain Creamery. We are still in winter. We're in day 2 in winter. And I was going to haul this milk in our awesome Highs truck. There goes Darren in our custom modding semi. He's going to hook up to our Dakota trailer because we're going to try to sell our grain today. It's basically the best time to sell our wheat and pretty close to the best time to sell our canola. So we're going to kind of collectively try to sell our wheat and canola at the best possible rates and see how much more money we can make. We're earning about $440 an hour up at the BGA now. We've been feeding it every 12 hours. About 2.5 scoops of silage from the big silage fork, and it's providing us pretty steady income. Hey, Grizzly Bear Sims, what is up? Thanks for dropping by. Just fired her up not a few moments ago. I don't know if you've seen my edit. It's a little bit different than Eustace's edit. I've got a dairy up here at the placeable area, and Darren was awesome enough to modify a milk trailer that we had to be Highs. Highs is the name of a convenience store up in Maryland. So we got a Highs truck and a Highs dairy trailer, milk trailer, and we've got a Highs dairy. So I stuck the milk sell point here. This is kind of the bulk sell point for milk. And then over here we have got the milk delivery point for our production. Got a dairy. Hey Schaefer, what's up? Dairy makes homogenized milk, which we take back to the creamery in bulk. And in theory, we bottle it over there, or jug it over there, for sale. We also make cheese, yogurt, and butter here that we take back to the creamery. And we've got a sell point back there that we use. So we're just going to leave that off there. Jump back here. And pick up our grain truck. And figure out where our gravity wagon is. See. All right. Hey Haggard, what's up? Let's say we're going to sell some grain, and then we are going to get to flinging some poo on our. What's that trailer at? It's around here somewhere. Over there.
Yeah, it's your farm. I figure I'd give you the honors of taking the first load.
Oh. I gotta figure out where the grain trailer is. Oops. Oh, we ran into something. Well, actually, Schaefer, Darren's got an edit that's very similar to mine that he did post over in my Discord for
wedged in by the combine.
For limited distribution. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember. So if you come over to my Discord in the Mod Links channel, Darren's got his edit, which is very similar to my edit. He basically made a lot of the changes I made to his version. He's got a few extra things. In his most recent version, he's got a an ice cream factory, and the dairy also makes cream. Hey, what's up? He's got. He also took out Big Field 42 and made it a giant cow pasture with the graze mod. So you could probably support about 300, 400 head on the farm now. Hey, Tony. We also put in the conversion mod. Y'all haven't seen that before. That's pretty sweet. Puts
sync screen incoming.
Push bushels and gallons and all of that fun jazz. All right, we're waiting.
What's on the agenda tonight?
We're gonna haul grain. Big grain sell-off. Sell this wheat off as fast as possible. Sell off some canola. We don't have too much of that. Then fling poo and stinky water.
I like it. Sounds like a plan.
Oh, harvest crew in Kentucky and Tennessee, $700 every 2 weeks.
You didn't move that sell point at all, so this thing's going to get high centered on it, right?
That trailer worked pretty good. I tested it over at that one, and that one didn't do a bad job. The Wilson trailer had a problem. It's not pinned to Schaefer. It's just search South Mountain Creamery, and you'll get it. It's up there about. It was probably put up there early last week, maybe. Haggard, I would be a little concerned at $700 every 2 weeks. If you're putting in, like, you know, 70,
right, where do you need me, sir?
60, 70 hours a week. I don't have anything else to haul grain with.
Start slinging poo?
You could sling poo, you could load the tanker up. Well, no, I don't have anything that's a semi. Guess you could load up the slurry with liquid. Sling some more poo. So I put manure on 11 and 30. Yeah, so we could poo 33, 42, 9, 10. Got all kinds of stuff to up.
I'll start closest to the farm.
Lead the way, Sir Darren. I don't even know which one's the best.
Well, figure out which one, I'll follow you. You get to dump the first load.
Oh, so chivalrous. Grain Towers. Where's Grain Tower? Okay, Grain Towers is down here past the eggs. Alright.
Find the poo spreader.
I don't... Twisted, I'm in a different channel today. I don't know if you can see it. I jumped in a different channel this afternoon. Let's go in cab and get our little dangly bits going. I mean, I think 700 a week would be 700 a week might be better. Maybe. I mean, but I would think a harvest crew would probably be working sun up to sundown with maybe a break for lunch. I don't know how, I don't know if $8 an acre is decent or not. I'm just thinking, what would that be per hour if you worked a 60-hour day or a 60-hour week? And I'm thinking that probably isn't going to be much per hour. Alrighty, here we are. I think I went in the exit. That's okay. Oh, maybe I didn't. Oh, we'll see. Alright. Where are we at? Where's Darren at? Oh, he's taking his time. Well, 20 acres an hour, that's pretty good. It's $8 an acre, right? Alright, let's see here. Get out of there. Whoa, what did we cut on? Oh, no! That's a problem. Oh, that was... I can only imagine what it looked like on your side.
Okay, I'm back.
That was a bit glitchy.
Yeah, I noticed giving that green card a piggyback ride out there.
I didn't wait for the bed to drop far enough. Did you see where Thin Trash was saying in Discord that the Altenstein map wasn't letting him repair vehicles?
I thought it was the hill of Sylvania.
Oh, I thought he was talking about his Altenstein play.
Now I'm confused. Doesn't take much.
Man, I'd know how to tell him to fix his vehicles by hand if he was on PC, but on Xbox he's kind of stuck.
Is there a Farmer Andy's toolbox for the Xbox or whatever?
Yeah, I think he said he did that. He tried the toolbox. He tried the placeable workshop, and none of them do repair. Let's see here. Day running behind. Home each night. You should be starting out. Yep, yep. Yeah, my only information about farming rates was from maybe about 30 years ago. That was back when pay rates were significantly less. And we didn't hire out harvesting. We just paid for hay labor. Putting up hay bales. So we're gonna see tonight if this internet holds out or if I junk out after an hour. I haven't called him yet.
I hope it holds out. So you said 9 and 10 need food?
Alright, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. It helped somebody scan. Bet you that place is no longer the best price.
Yeah, Gold Pacific's like a few cents better now.
Alright. Alright, well that's kind of the same place. So guys, I'll read here. And I'm back. Alright guys, I don't know.
Because I'm sitting alongside the road, so I don't cause any problems.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm streaming.
So is it OBS that's causing the problem? Or?
No, I've got Task Manager up and I'm looking at the Ethernet connection, and when it went out, basically the data going in and out of the PC just dropped to 0 for an extended period of time. Or I was basically just sending a few hundred K out, and then it just came back. Sorry guys, stream just junked out on me, but we're back. Hopefully. What's Tony saying here? The market program that's on the competition map, is that a downloaded mod anyone can get? What market program are you talking about? I don't know what market program. Are you talking about the stuff that's on the right that you hit end and get rid of? That's that is a mod that's called oh, what is it called? Oh, that mod is called oh, I used to use it a bunch. I forget what it's called.
All the prices, I guess.
You remember the name of it?
No, because I always turn it off. I haven't been on in a while, anyways.
Yeah, DB's got it. Commodity prices. It was a mod, but it like broke when Platinum came out. It was causing games to crash or not be able to be saved. That's when I stopped using it. But maybe this guy basically found a version that works good or something. So it's called commodity prices, but I would, if you want to use it, I would grab the map and grab the version out of it. Oh no! TV's in the hospital.
I noticed he hadn't played in a while.
Well, he had a message in Team East like later, guys. I was like, what is this? And I was like, had no idea what was going on. Maybe he's, yeah, I don't know.
Well, I hope he's alright. He's at the mental hospital.
I don't know if he's joking or if it's... Where you at, Darren?
I'm just stopped here on this weight bridge. Do you know that fish swims across it?
Yeah. Oh, he swims across the weight bridge too down there?
Yeah, right in front of the scale sign.
Dang that snakehead. I thought we were coming up here to Pacific Grains.
Oh, Town 4, you said the same place.
Oh, I did? Oh. Yeah, Pacific Grains is like 50... Well, it's like 80 cents or 90 cents better per bushel. I was telling Darren before you got on that I don't know what Seasons does, but I seem to think that everything is crisper in winter. Everything just looks better in winter than, let's say, summer. I don't know. I mean, I know the lighting is different because the shadows are always, the sun's lower. But I don't know if it ends up like having less, quote, haze in the sky or what.
Is it less to render, maybe? Because all the foliage is gone?
I don't know. I mean, it's not like it's better frames. It's just, oh my, we got a, you know what? We got a floaty bush up here. Just found it. Hey, Sim Addict. All right, DB. Well, I hope you, yeah, I hope you get the help you need if you're serious. I wouldn't hope you're joking about that, but
Man, you go through the manure quick, don't we?
we got plenty. We got 100,000 liters in the cows. I plan on still doing Emerald Coast until either I get really tired of Emerald Coast or we do our 10 years, and I expect that'll last long past 19's release. But I'm kind of getting a little less motivated to do 17 map videos at this point. Honestly, I'm not really looking around for maps so much anymore. So I wouldn't expect too many map videos for 17 at this point anymore, but I don't plan on stopping Emerald Coast until we're done Emerald Coast, which is, I want to go 10 full years on that. We're up to Midsummer Year 2. So Midsummer Year 2. You know, now that we are doing a recorded series on that versus live stream, I'm able to move faster. I guess I've got a mental hang up on fast forwarding through a bunch of days or doing a bunch of off-camera work on a live stream map. So, you know, once we moved it to a recorded map, then we'll be able. Then I was able to just. I wasn't having that mental hang up about, you know, doing a bunch of off-camera work. So we're going to be able to, you know, move a lot faster through the whole process. But it's still going to take me quite a while to go 8 more years. Let's see where. Almost 4,000 bushels left. Grain tower is it. While we're waiting, let's go ahead and check the finances and show you how well we're doing with the BGA over the last few years or days. So we fired up the BGA on Friday. Remember, this was only a partial day. And then Saturday, we're at 8,500 for a full day. Sunday, we are up to 9,800 for a full day. And today, we're up to 6,200. And it is what, like 2:30? So we've got another bit of time before, to earn more money there. So you can see the steady progression upwards on our money earned. Gunslinger, I've actually not even downloaded it. Like I said, I've been a little not feeling overly motivated to actively go out and look for maps at this point. And to some degree, it's like if I'm not feeling overly motivated to do it, then I don't know if I'm going to be really able to present a map video that's worth watching. That's not just, you know, going through the motions. Now that might change in 3 days. Who knows? But no, I haven't looked at it. See how much we have left. A 1,000 bushel left. How many bushels do you get in that trailer?
Just shy of 1,200.
Alright, so there's almost a full load of you left. Alright, let's go back to the grain towers. So I'm definitely going to be doing a map video on Mercury Farms when it goes full release. I'm definitely going to do a map video on CCS's East Coast USA when it goes full release. But beyond those two, I'm not going to, I'm not sure. Not that I'm really feeling burned out on map videos, it's just I'm not feeling overly motivated to hunt them down at this point. And maybe it's because we're so toward the end of 17 that maybe just internally I'm wondering, is it really worth putting that video out there for the audience? You know, how much gameplay is there really out there for it? Oh, there's no sell point for pellets? That's interesting.
No. Nope.
So I thought CCS was basically... I thought basically if you did a wood chip sell point that it basically bought the chips.
There's no, pretty sure there's no lumber on that map at all.
Oh, really?
It's just cows and fields.
Oh.
Like you said, there's cotton,
So
rice.
So it's kind of like No Creek with extra crops.
Yeah.
Does the BGA need topped off?
No, I did that earlier.
That reminds me, I think there's no BGA on that map either. No, there's not. Could be wrong.
Alright, if you want to empty the wheat, I'm going to haul the little bit of canola that we got. And that'll probably be all the grain we're going to sell. I want to hold the barley back for the chickens for now. And we're going to use, of course, the soybeans and the corn for the Piggly Wigglies. Alright, Haggard, well, let's hope that he holds to his word.
Alright, I'll load up the wheat and check to see where the best price is.
I've heard enough bad stories about folks getting you know, getting a sense of false promises, but I wish you the best with that. It's obviously a if it works out, it's a way of making pretty good cash. Oh, I just saw your message, Tony. Are you planning on doing any on 19? Probably. I doubt my disinterest will continue past 19's release. Well, we got sunflowers, but I think sunflowers are better later. Let's check. Yeah, sunflowers are better later, so we'll keep those. All right, yep. So we'll just do canola for now. So I've been thinking a lot about 19 and doing map videos for 19 on how I would go about it, because the way I understand the way I understand how it's going to be set up is that for first farmer or beginning farmer or whatever they're calling the easy difficulty, you start out just like you do with 17, with starting equipment, with a farm that's fully laid out and everything. So I think to some degree, yeah, we're going to have people might be interested in a video that shows what the map looks like at the two different play levels. So, you know, probably show the farm layout, the starting farm layout of first farmer difficulty, and then jump to a cut where I show kind of maybe the map from one of the other two difficulty levels where you know, supposedly start with either money or no money, and you have to build your stuff up. But you know, I guess I won't really know until we see what the starter 19 maps look like on the different difficulty levels, and see what the mod maps start looking like from that standpoint. I do like this area over here, this little fishing area. It's pretty cool. I'm not so sure about this barge that's over here. You know, I'm not really sure where this barge came from, because I really don't think it came down that waterway there. Maybe it did, right? Yeah, I suspect there will be a fair number of how-tos. When I finally got into making videos for 17, pretty much figured out that, or pretty much figured that most of the how-to videos or tutorial videos were already done. So why really bother with that? And then also from the standpoint of, you know, I haven't really bothered with doing mod videos, mod reviews, or mod spotlights or anything like that. I kind of was leaving that up to other folks. But yeah, who knows what my what will tickle the fancy. I pretty much have always held out that I'll do what I enjoy until I don't enjoy it, and then I won't do it. So that's kind of the mentality of the map videos.
I feel like a politician right now.
Why that?
Slinging crap.
So it's like the road train when you load up the manure and it says that it's full of political promises or something.
I love it.
The slurry when you fill that one up.
Yeah. I think we're going to see more placeable mods in 19. I would think. The customation is going to be what they're implying it's going to be like. I really think that, you know, you'll see customized animal pens and custom, you know, modded cow, you know, cow navs and all that stuff.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
All that's placeable, right? I mean,
That's what they say, right?
it'd be nice to see some stuff like that.
Right.
So Somebody's going to be putting in some work in Blender or all the other programs.
Well, I look forward to your donut.
I got to keep working on it. I haven't really done much this week. Kids had a lot of homework, so by the time we get done with that, he doesn't want to play with me.
Down with homework. So my oldest told me she had midterms this week. Ooh, midterms. I don't think my philosophy on midterms went over well with her. She was all like, midterm. I'm like, why study? If you don't know it now, you're not going to know it.
That's how I went through college. Worked out just fine.
I spent more time in college figuring out what I needed to get a specific grade than actually studying for most tests. I'd figure out what the test was worth and then figure out what my grade was now and then figure out, well, if I want an A, I need like a 98% on the test. If I want a B, I need like a 40. I'm going to shoot for a B and, you know, see what happens.
My first time through college, I didn't do too well because of extracurricular activities.
Is that the popular word for party?
Yeah. My second time around, I was married, so there were no extracurricular activities.
That's right. I'll move yours out of the way so you can load mine.
Oh, you can have that one. And then I graduated first. Wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be.
I also told her, don't answer every question the teacher asks just because you know it. You don't want all the students in the class, you know, thinking you're a smarty pants. Just sit back and be glad that you know all the answers and like no one else does. Then when you get annoyed that no one else has answered, you just, oh fine, here's the answer. All right, where were you at?
I'm almost done with 10.
All right.
I got a couple rows, so if you want to start on 9, or if you want to go up to,
I'll just
remember what's left up there.
I'll hit 7. You can finish 10 and probably do 9 with the same load. Darren, you want to take that semi and hook it up to the tanker and then load up with slurry? Then, if you want to do slurry, you want to do poo. It's probably how we're going to close out the rest of this, is slinging poo and stink water. Well, DB, they need all types. Don't discount yourself going to the factory, because there are plenty of...
That was the most interesting place to want to park that big trailer.
Plenty of factory workers that I know that are far smarter than lots of college graduates. Is it? You don't like that? I thought it was a pretty cool spot because there's kind of like a little drive up in here to get in this field you could use.
Oh, it went alright, except for the crates they have near the door.
Oh, they definitely have collisions on them, right? Hey, Jacob.
My father-in-law never went to college. He's just a poor farm boy, and he's done really well for himself. He barely graduated high school.
Knows what he needs to know.
He's good at what he does. He's a bigwig.
Welders. That is a very valuable skill.
Like 3 days a week to work with, and he never went to college. If that tells you anything.
Yeah. There. Good welder is worth his weight in gold. Out on a construction site.
Tyler, huh?
Father-in-law. No, he's not Steven Tyler. He does property management for a fast food company. So he gets to yell at contractors all day.
That's the best part.
But he likes his job and he's good at it. So he kind of excelled at it.
The chopped straw makes it kind of difficult to see where you've been. And that's where the enhanced mod map really comes into play. You can kind of see where you've already fertilized down there. Of course, it updates every minute, but you can change that. Well, even, I mean, education's a little, not overrated, but sometimes I think it's given a little bit too much weight. Like, I was just in the need to hire some folks recently, and I can tell you that I didn't look at their education part of their resume. Not a single one of them that I pay attention to what they claimed their education was, because there's book learned. And then there's real life experience. And all I really care about is what they really know, and not what they supposedly learned somewhere. Got a pretty interesting... I got the same general philosophy for certifications. Yeah, anybody can take a class and pass the test and get a piece of paper. But if you can't apply that knowledge practically in the real world, then what good is it?
Freaking rackets, certifications, that's what they are.
Yeah. Well, since with you in healthcare, I mean, you've got continued education things, right? So many hours of continued education or personal development.
CEUs,
yeah.
Like 200 every 2 years.
The wife works at a police station, so you know, cops have the same thing where they got to go to so many hours of continuing education or whatever. And we were saying today at lunch that it's like a self-fulfilling racket of money, you know, because the people that make the policies that say you have to have so many hours of certification also create and put out the certifications. So they basically, you know, guarantee themselves a job. They say, well, you need 40 hours a year in education credits, and oh, by the way, we also put out 300 hours of continued education sessions every year for you to pay to participate in.
So they used to pay more, like if you had a specialty certification in nursing, and now they don't, so I'm not doing mine anymore. Costs like by the time I did all the CEUs and renewed my certification, it was like $500 every 2 years. It doesn't make me any more money.
Alright, which field gets the Hershey Squirts?
Oh, you could do 13, you could do 3, 4, 5, or 6. 33 or 42. You pick one, and then we'll play on another one. We're going to cultivate 11, 7, 9, 10, and 11, and that'll get us to 2 stages. Then we can plant, and that'll probably get us up to 3. You have to pay for your own?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so the hospital doesn't cover your CE.
They used to, but they quit. Just a little secret. Healthcare is in a lot of trouble in this country. A lot of trouble. So.
Yeah. Yeah, healthcare's ticked me off.
There's no money.
Well, yeah, work they change plans like they change underwear. And yeah, they get this new plan. And several years, well, the plan that I had for probably this year, I've been working at this place since 92. It's 2018. So it's like 22 years. No, 96. So it's 22 years, right? So about 4 years ago, they dropped this plan that I've had for 18 years. That was expensive as all get out. But basically, there were just deductibles. It's all you ever had to pay. So when we had our first kid, when we had both kids, because this plan was covering both actually, it was $300 a day for an in-hospital stay. That was it. You know, this 80%, 20%, they pay so much or whatever junk.
Yeah.
Like our second kid, she had gestational diabetes, and when he came out, he couldn't maintain his sugar levels. So they were having to give this premature baby IVs of sugar water to keep his sugar up, and eventually they blew out enough veins that they couldn't get another IV bag in them.
So you get a central line, or?
So basically they were like trying to figure out what they're going to do because he kept lowering his IV. Yeah. So he got a ride in a NICU ambulance to UVA's Children's Hospital, which is probably the premier children's hospital in the state, which thankfully for us is just like 40 minutes away. So that ride in, because my wife used to be a volunteer firefighter and EMS, so she was saying that basically that ride was at least 15 grand just to roll the truck, you know, before you even put anybody in it. So we paid $300. That's it. Insurance covered everything else.
Score, right?
But the new plan, it was, of course, you know, it'd probably cost us 30 grand, you know, before the insurance kicked anything in or whatever. And then this year, we got this letter from our local hospital, which all of these doctors in the area, of course, are partnered with, basically saying that they were in dispute with Anthem over, you know, what Anthem was going to do allowable charges on or whatever. And they were basically, you know, you were at risk of not being covered for your stay at this hospital or for these doctors if you had Anthem insurance. So the hospital was sending out these notices basically telling Anthem that you weren't really happy with what they were doing and that they weren't going to cover you. And Anthem was sending out letters basically saying this hospital's, you know, asking for unfair compensation and all this other stuff. So basically for like, I don't know, 9 months, we would technically not be covered if we went to our local hospital, you know, to the emergency room. So it included the doctors I was going to. So I just called the doctors up and said, you know what? insurance doesn't cover you anymore, so I'm not your patient anymore. And they're like, you can't do that. I'm like, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, I'm a consumer.
So, you know what? You can tell the hospital that you're losing patients because they're not, that they're, you know, them and Anthem can't come to terms.
You ready for something even better?
Sure.
For an entire year, the hospital that provided my insurance that I worked at didn't even take my insurance.
Sorry, you work here, but you can't come here for services.
No, that was exactly it. Like they wouldn't. They got in an insurance dispute, and the insurance quit paying them. So they told us we had to go to a different hospital than the one we worked at. And I was just like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's the bureaucracy that's killing healthcare. There's more people that make money that push paper than ever take care of anybody. So.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to say that. I volunteer at a hospital, and I see more people walking around in the suits than I do in scrubs.
Yeah. It's like government. It's been taken over by lawyers and accountants. And no offense to any lawyers or accountants.
You know, I was going to be an accountant. But instead I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
These accountants aren't that bad. Bankers.
People that loan money. So, yeah, so they changed, like, mail order prescription places or whatever. And the wife was on some very specific drugs. And the new place is like, oh, well, we don't want to cover you until you try these generic options. And the doctor is like, we've already went down that road. Here's all the records showing that none of those generic options work. So my patient needs the brand name stuff. And I'm like, well, we're not gonna pay you until we're not gonna authorize the brand name stuff until you do this. So he fought with them for a while. And he eventually said, well, okay, fine. But if, you know, my patient has life-threatening issues as a result of this, you can trust me that this isn't going to be, you know, the last you hear from any of us. And it took her 6 months in order to finally prove to the new medical folks, new mail-order drug people, that, oh, what the doctor was saying was right. And those generics didn't do a thing for her. So even doctors are frustrated with healthcare.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, the cows are empty of manure. Go where the pigs.
And not that I'm feeling bad for doctors, because they make good money. But if you look at the reimbursement charts, like over the last 30 years, they make significantly less than what they did in like the 1980s.
Yeah, and the risk is higher because everyone's sue happy, and you know, can't make a mistake.
Like I said, I don't feel bad for them because most of, you know, especially in the hospital, they all make between $300,000 and $500,000 a year. I really don't feel bad for them, but at the same time, they are getting paid less and less every year. Some doctors don't make any money. It's like your OBGYNs, people that deliver your babies, they don't make very. I think the average salary in the United States for an OBGYN is like $100,000 a year. Well, why would you go to school that long?
Yeah, and then, you know, you got all those medical bill or school bills, but, you know, are they typically paying their own, like, malpractice insurance?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why OBGYNs don't make. They actually pay just as much in malpractice insurance
Hey, Billy.
as they usually make in a year. That's why a lot of at my hospital there's a lot of GYN doctors, but they don't deliver babies. It's because the baby insurance is just ridiculous.
So was it better 8 years ago or earlier than 8 years ago?
What's that, healthcare?
Oh, I know where Darren's going. Let's watch it.
Does somebody have the scooper?
I moved it to the pigs.
Oh, pig. Gotcha.
Probably no worse. It's probably on the downward spiral for years.
I think it's on the same trajectory it was 8 years ago. They didn't change anything. It's any better or worse.
I don't know too much about Canada's system, but hearing Silver Dragon talk or Delta talk, doesn't seem like they got it all that. Their system's all that bad. Maybe they're just used to it. They don't have a comparative.
Well, eventually we're going to end up with a single payer. It's just the nature of the beast. I think more hospitals actually closed this year than ever in the history of the United States. And you have hospitals that are closing left and right. Now clinics and stuff like that, they're doing fine, but your big hospitals are just not. They're just so big, it's hard to maintain them.
Are they being, I guess, bought by conglomerates or whatever?
Yeah, like there's one hospital in the town that I work in. It's been bought 4 times in like the last 5 years. Because these for-profit companies, they'll buy it, slap some new paint on it, and then try to sell it to somebody else.
What's up, Billy? Here we go. Alright, I'm gonna see if 33 takes anything. Get out here a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, it's taking it. Alright. 33 will take it, so we can tag team that. Then we can tag team 42 until we run out.
Or do you want to do the 3, 4, and 6? Or are they already done?
I think the amount of time driving to and from will be more than the flinging.
Alright, 13 was definitely the wrong field to pick for this task.
Are you out? Not even making a full circle? That's what I figured if you had the semi over there.
We could fill a tipper, bring it with us, dump it on the, remove a bunch of equipment.
Yeah. Or one of us could just run the tanker for Darren.
Oh, I already drained the one, unless you got another place.
The cows. Tank is the pigs. The cows is in the pit next to it.
Yeah, I chopped off the pit, and I don't think it's gonna be enough there to fill the trail.
Yeah, gunslinger, but
Who's slinging time?
you know, I would say I would be a little worried about those drugs, just because, I mean, I would hope that the Food and Drug Administration has a little better control on, you know, what goes into the actual drugs.
The only way you can do is just stare at that mini map.
Than you know, from somewhere else. All right, well, cows, supposedly we've got 54,000 gallons of slurry in it. Yeah, but I think that mini map really helps when you have a hard time seeing what's going on.
I'm so used to doing the liters that I see 4 digits, you know, whatever. It's not much. I forget this gallon's correct.
That's the wrong way. I'm already up to 6. Why not? Turn around.
Well, I think the best part of the conversion mod are the labels, the prices screen.
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
You know, if you switch it to just show liters and just use it to have the labels, especially on a big production map with all kinds of inputs, products. Oh, you can't hear the other people. All right, we'll have to wait until they talk and bump their volume up.
Oh, you don't want Klein? I don't think we could put manure on 3, 4, or 6.
Why is that? All right, they should be louder now.
I'm pretty sure I put fertilizer on those because they were chopped corn. So until you plant them, you won't be able to fertilize it again.
All right, they are showing one stage.
Yeah, because those were chopped, so there won't be any chopped straw on them.
Oh, okay.
5, we might be able to do. It still needs to be plowed, doesn't it? Sure I sprayed 5 too.
The manure piles on this map are a little odd. I'm not sure if they tested. Well, I'm pretty sure they did not test the pigs because the straw trigger on the pigs was under the ground. I had to go into editor and raise it up. So if you are playing this map and you want to do pigs, you're gonna need to go in and raise the straw trigger up. Because I tossed straw bales in the straw area, and they didn't do anything. I went in, raised the trigger up just a little bit till the green outline showed, and then I went back in the map and dropped the bales in, and they went away. You should be able to hear them now, Gunslinger. I bumped their levels up. Oh no, we're this way.
Did you see the Giants update today?
You talking about the dev blog or what?
The mods and testing.
Yeah, I saw it was posted that there weren't any updates because they were all working on 19.
I saw it.
Yeah, it's... For DB, who's eagerly awaiting Mercury Farms, it was probably heartbreaking news. But, well, I mean, it's heartbreaking news for console players that don't have Shamrock Valley. I've been wanting Shamrock Valley because that only came out for PC.
Yeah.
I'm guessing because it's got its John Deere dealer, and he basically had to redo the dealership. Which is weird because I would think Oxygen David would know that if you put a John Deere dealership in, it wouldn't go for console. Unless he was somehow just banking that they would let it through since they had the John Deere license for 19. I don't know.
You looked at the map and you wonder why I was in the corner for so long. Me and a birch tree was dancing kind of close.
Did you cut another limb?
No, not this time.
I think that was off camera the other stream. Darren had a run-in with a tree that had a overhanging branch into the road and took it out. But one of the things with pills is, depending on your insurance, I mean, the pill price, your medicine prices could vary drastically depending on insurance. You know, one guy might pay $100 for 30 pills, and then somebody else could come right behind them, get the exact same prescription, and walk out paying like $5. I mean, that's not fair. And if anything should be fair, it should be access to medication. I know some folks that they've gone off medication because they flat out can't afford it anymore. You know, what good is that? I usually don't do a lot of this natural fertilization.
Not too bad. A lot of your medication is expensive because it takes so much to make it. Like it takes so much money to get it approved.
Yeah, all the R&D and clinical testings.
You know, they're private companies, so you know they got to turn a profit, otherwise they don't exist.
Oh, I don't have track IR on. I can't turn my camera. 2 scoops. She's full.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll fill you up.
Thank you. Seven's got to be plowed still. Yeah. Seven and 5. Can't plow right now though, right? The ground's frozen.
The ground's not frozen yet.
It's not, is it?
Might freeze tomorrow.
We could go help Darren at 13.
We could. Here we come.
Oh, I'm moving. I'm not full yet. Silly me.
It's turning. I'm like, where'd you go?
Do you have anything that needs to be repaired yet? Should be getting close.
Yeah, we're getting close. Oh, I love this tractor. Love any tractor where the inside lights up. Which will be standard in 19.
Where the dash lights up?
Yeah. This case, the dash, or this, no, I'm in a Massey. This Massey, the dash lights up.
This one does too.
Oh, let's go this way. Oh, we're gonna have to do this to have any resemblance of being able to see where we're going. I might be overlapping, Darren. I'm not really sure. It looks like I am a little bit. It's okay. So are there any maps you all are eagerly anticipating coming out? Or eagerly playing now that they have come out?
Mercury Farms.
All we can do is be patient, right?
Mercury Farms. I really want to play CCS's map too.
I saw a work in progress from Cavalier Roy over at PCSG. Posted a PDA of his new map.
What's he working on?
It's just some new map he just started pounding out a couple weeks ago. posted a PDA shot, and it's got, I don't know how many fields. Some insane number of fields. I posted earlier, I was like, is this a 2X or a 4X? Because, I mean, if it's a 2X, this thing's got a whole heap ton of fairly small sized fields. Like it might be, well, CCS is saying he's going to have like 80 fields. So, I mean, it looked like it had about that many itself. Alright, Tony. Check you later. Actually, Sim, I haven't heard anything from Rockhound in many weeks. He dropped in a stream a couple weeks ago, but I didn't really ask him too much about the map. At least these mirrors are halfway usable on this tractor also. I think pretty much anyone that's been in the Discord that's seen his screenshots is looking forward to that. Oh, you're going to turn right in front of me. I would love some way of having random traffic to where the AI doesn't drive the same route constantly. That would be so awesome. Random traffic would be so awesome. I know, it's never stopped raining. We had a... Apparently we had a...
pedestrians. It was just random.
Random streetwalkers, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Every city needs them.
Alright, well I don't think we're going to have enough loads for... to fill your spreader twice. This pile's going down pretty quick. Oh, what was I saying? I was saying something. Oh,
It is.
earlier today, the wife told me that she had gotten an alert from dispatch saying that there was like high winds coming through the city, 60-mile-an-hour winds or whatever, associated with some storm that was coming through. Dumped a decent amount of rain real quick, and pretty heavy winds. Of course, the ground is still soaked. It's still spongy as all get out. I don't think we've had a day without rain in probably 3 weeks. Yep, I'm out of poo.
Is it empty?
Yeah, they didn't even fill me up.
I'll just park this thingy.
The truck needs refilled.
I can do that.
I think we were 4 inches above average for August rainfall. I'm going to tell you, I have no idea how far above average we are in September, but I can guarantee you the rain we got from Hurricane Francis did not make a bump in our total rainfall. It's going to be a little asterisk of a statistic. There was a hurricane that came through here, and here's the little bump based on the rest of the rain we've had.
It's rained here for like 2 days.
I was wondering why the button I was pushing wasn't working. Pushing the wrong button.
You skip or no?
Nah, I was thinking I was leaving enough room for him. Is that about as wide as you need it to be? Have to
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm just waiting for this thing to refresh so I can pull it inside.
go to tomorrow.
Pig tank is empty.
Let's see here. We're somewhere around here.
I tell you what, I'm having a lot of fun on your edit of this map, Darren. I like it.
Alright, that should be good there. We're just gonna kind of fudge it for the rest.
You guys need the tanker here, or you want me to move it somewhere else?
I think we're about done. At this point, I'm really just driving blind. Looking at the PDA image.
I can move the
Yeah,
tanker
that's all I was doing.
I can move the tanker to 42 if you want.
Yeah.
You gonna skip night?
I am once I get empty. I have a feeling there's going to be a little section here in the middle that's just missed. Alright, we ready?
I'm out, it's off. Yeah, I'm having pretty much fun with that edit too. I just added the oh, what the heck, the wood place, and I'm thinking about taking that weenie small field and turning it into a garden.
Alright, I'm going to go up and fill the BGA, and I'll fast forward to sunlight.
Need any slurry at the BGA, or are you good?
Yeah, if you want to haul a load up there. Get some more cash.
Does this feel good enough, or you want me to top off and come back and hit the few spots?
It's good enough. It's good enough.
If it was a mission, you would have succeeded. Yeah, I've been trying to oh, ground's frozen now.
We should still be able to fertilize based on the new update. Just can't work the ground. It's one scoop. It's hard to believe that there's 1.4 million liters of silage in there.
Aaron, did you reduce the traffic on your edit?
No, I didn't touch it.
It just seems like there's less vehicles on that one. This one.
Probably because being single, you're not causing so many problems and they're all getting backed up.
Alright, I'm lowering the ramp. And you'll have the joys of finding the trigger.
Yay! Trying to drive this back road in the dark.
Well, you got headlights?
They're not very bright.
Oh, come on. We're up to 301 kilowatt hours, or kilowatts, of power output.
Nice.
Let's see what we did yesterday in our
See
BG
that,
extension. So we're up to
What is it? A Kenworth K100
10,800
screenshot of?
yesterday. That's for Farm Sim.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like there was a couple decent trucks came out in the last couple of days. Looked like they may have been models stripped out of ATS. In one of the mods, they explicitly gave SCS software like credits.
Yeah, I got that one from a Facebook page that you shared a while back. Somebody's modding page. You put mod links. It's got a bunch of really nice trucks.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of. There's like a Peterbilt pack. He's got a bunch of Peterbilts. I haven't looked recently. Maybe he's got more.
It's got some Mac, but that K100, I loved it.
Let's see if he can hit it. You got it. I see you got it.
Yep.
So yesterday we made 10,800 off of this.
So it goes up every day.
It's just going to keep climbing. Max I've seen was like 24,000 a day. 25,000 a day. Let's see, does this have the passenger script in it? No. Nope. Oh, look at that dirty water.
The no milk, auto milk sale at night. I wonder how they're going to do that. I was thinking it.
Oh.
How much digestate do you have?
Now we have to fill it again.
He was kind of cryptic in his answer. It was like, long story short, no auto milk sales.
Yep, you're gonna have to haul your milk, which of course for console folks is a new function. You know, so that's an aspect of gameplay that that they may be looking forward to until they realize that a huge herd of cattle they're going to be spending half a day hauling, you know, milk at 20,000 liters a trip.
Did you want me to grab digestate out of here for the sprayer? Or?
Oh, do we got a load?
Oh yeah, there's like 200,000 liters in there.
You can, yeah. Since we're already up here. See what the wrap looks like for that. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking at some point they'll have the reverse of stop milk sale. They'll have a auto milk sale mod that reinstates the auto sell.
See, I was wondering if you have to cart off your milk or if you have to send it, almost like the Sosnovka train. Wonder if they would implement something like that.
Well, it's definitely a fill type icon, so I'm guessing you'd have to haul it because that would imply that there would be things that would hold milk.
Hello, Clyde.
Oh my gosh, it's the Kiwis. What are we going to do with ourselves?
By the way, Razor, I heard the end of your conversation about the milk. From what I've been led to believe, from what Lars was saying last night to someone else, that you have to cart it somewhere, but
Gotcha.
we don't know where that will be because there's no more teleporting milk at midnight. My question then would be is would you have to carry it every night or could you stockpile it and sell it at a later stage or whether you because I know for wool you can leave it going until the spawn point is full. That would be my question if we do have
Oh, look at all that poo already.
Just so many questions.
He's always got questions.
And
every answer, then now my question is, the Kiwi's full of questions. I would guess that you would have unlimited capacity. That would be my guess.
Yeah, but you would have to because you wouldn't want to have to do it every single night. Because that would get very taxing. You know what I mean by that?
I don't know, but then again, if their drive is for more realism, then are they going to? I mean, we know the placeable animal areas are going to have limits to the number of animals, right?
Well, no, we don't. We don't know whether there's going to be a limit. We know there's having different sizes, but we don't know. We haven't been told if there's going to be a limit on how many.
Pretty sure that was during one of the FarmCon presentations or interviews they talked about that.
Okay. I don't know. I could be wrong. I just don't know. You could be right, Clyde, but I just don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we won't really know until we know, right?
Yeah, you won't know until because there's some stuff that I'm still waiting for, like the more information on the placeable areas. Like, can we, with the Fredrick script or M Company script that we've currently got for 17, what I am wondering is, can we, instead of having to have another script imported into the map, whether we can start making our own placeables and put them into our map, or whether we're stuck with the base placeables, like your cow pastures, your sheep pastures, your horse pastures, your pig pastures. Whether we can, basically my question would be is can we edit what's there instead of having to put another script into our map, because that is the problem with production style maps is they get very large because you have to have all the scripts, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm sure it'll still be as open as it is now. But there's always the possibility that they will, that they could implement some type of limit to how much milk you can hold, and when you get to the max, it just out with the old and in with the new. You never get more milk than the max. Maybe.
Yeah. We don't know. There's some stuff that we're still waiting on more information, and that's why I haven't pre-ordered it yet. As I know some people have pre-ordered it, but there's certain stuff I would want more information before I spend my money on it, and like that.
Oh, it says it's frozen and I can't work on it.
Oh, you poor baby.
Maybe they'll only let you put manure on it when it's frozen.
Well, we got one load ready. Because that's an injector, so maybe that won't let you.
Yeah, because it would need to soak into frozen ground, maybe. Well, I was testing the new, the update, because the update said something about being able to put manure on the ground when it was frozen. So I thought, well, maybe that implied slurry and digestate also. Look at that, snaking it around backwards. It's fancy. Apparently there was a pretty big kerfluffle about the limited number of motorized John Deere items. Got me.
I'm telling you, it's going to be the first DLC is going to be John Deere.
I think. What got me wondering is like, oh, maybe since so many people are having such a kerfluffle because there's only so many John Deere items, maybe my personal challenge will be to play 19 without ever using a John Deere item that's in base game. Be like my silent protest. To those that are having an issue over the lack of the amount of it.
But it's not down to Giants. It's down, as people say to me when I throw out stuff on the Giants Discord, when it comes to equipment, it's not down to Giants. It's down to
the company issue. Yeah, they got to issue the license, don't they?
Yeah, John Deere has to issue the license. Agco has to issue a license.
You're singing to the preacher, dude.
Yeah, it's like people, I can see it now, people will think that there's only one John Deere harvester.
Oh, they already are.
I'm hoping with the one John Deere harvester that there is like a forage harvester, a cotton one as well, because technically, as someone on the Giants Discord said to me the other day, the John Deere corn harvester is like your harvester picker. So we'll have to wait and see, but I don't see, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't put it, because I'm going to weigh out how much of the new equipment we're actually getting. But one thing that is in my head is the new ideal one. The new ideal combine looks quite nice.
Well, it's a good thing they're putting puppies in the game, so everybody who wants to cry, they can go pet their damn dog.
If I was John Deere, I guarantee you they gave minimal licensing, and they told Giants, if you want to release more of our equipment, you're going to have to do DLC, and you know, we get a larger portion of the sales. John Deere's not going to do anything for free.
Well,
Yeah, Gunslinger, he's quiet. I don't know if I can bump him or not. Let me see.
Say, you look at equipment that's
Yeah,
on
okay, here.
DLC. You look at the potato
There you go.
DLC.
Whoa, now
that
he's
came
too
in
loud.
for
No, not that much.
17. How many people?
Oh, we
bitched
don't want
about,
him that loud.
It's just more equipment of the same.
Man, now he's on my head.
It's like people, when it comes to people complaining about there's not enough stuff in, and when they bring out more stuff of the same thing, or more of that brand, they bitch about that. It's like
People will hate to hate. They'll never satisfy anybody. But I'm kind of thinking that John Deere made Giants pay per device. It's like, you want, all right, you know, it's this much money for a harvester, this much money to license the tractor, and it came down to maybe how much they were willing to pay for however much things. Because apparently the only reason, this may be hearsay, but from what I hear, the only reason that there's that Komatsu or whatever forestry folks is apparently they wanted to be in the game so much that they paid Giants to put them in the game. That's what I hear. You know, that's hearsay. That's not
That's gotta be a rumor.
that's not been factually based. But you know, kind of figuring on the licensing deal that it could have easily been a deal of, well, okay, you know, it's this many tens of thousands, or who knows how much more thousands, to, you know, license the gator, license a harvester, license whatever. Or it may just be that's the number of quality models that they were able to get produced in the time that they had, and that there may be a plan to have more after release through, as Raznick is suggesting, a paid DLC or something else.
but the question would be: is would you be happy forking out? Because in New Zealand it's like nearly $60, $55 New Zealand for DLC. I don't know how much it is. I think it's like $30.
Yes, I've been pretty successful. I can handle it.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking is, would you be happy to pay for more John Deere stuff when you've already forked out $30 to pay for John Deere? Because that's the big thing. People have been wanting, the console players, and I don't know as much as the PC players, but they've all been calling out for John Deere. You've got John Deere now, but now you want more stuff. You want more equipment. How much are you willing to pay for more equipment? If Reyes is right and they would bring out paid DLC.
Well, okay, so like I saw Silly P's video today where he bought he talked about it being on pre-sale for PS4, and he bought the version that comes with basically season pass or whatever. It was like 70 some bucks, which is like, you know, the game plus, you know, DLCs or whatever for, I don't know if it's for life of the game or if it's for a certain time period, but yeah, the bulk of the players are console, right? So if the bulk of the players are getting the $75 game, which includes DLCs, future DLCs, and content, which I guess would be Platinum or Titanium or whatever they come out with, and then Xbox are getting the Season Pass deal, same deal, then consoles aren't laying out any more money. They've already laid it out. So the only body that would be laying out more money would be PC folks.
Yeah.
And just like anything else, it's up to you, you know. I didn't feel it was worth laying out the money for the Ropa Pack. But it was graciously gifted to me, so I got to use it. But at that point, people decide, well, I can get plenty of John Deere mods free. I don't need to pay for a John Deere DLC. Or they might say, I want quality stuff that I know is going to not crash and slow my game down, so I would be willing to pay for more.
See, I'm looking, you know, people are saying there's not enough John Deere vehicles, but if you look at the base game here, Fent, which is, there's only 3 vehicles in the base game for Vent. That's it. I mean, if you look at Case, there's only 5 vehicles for the base game. I mean, so you're not going to see any more than 3 to 5 vehicles per brand. I mean, if you're looking at the base game now, if you look at motorized vehicles, the selection really isn't that huge.
Yeah, I think some were just expecting it to become John Deere Simulator.
Yeah, I mean, that's not going to be the case.
Yeah, that's
You mean it's not going to be the International?
And my biggest criticism is about the season pass, is because I know we get more mods than the console market. Like, we get better maps than the console. We get John Deere mods for 17. Why, even though that we get that, I'm wondering how many people in your chat client would be happy to pay the $75 for the base game plus the season pass on PC, because if there is because people, I don't know how many people have been calling for it, but we kind of need a season pass for PC, so we don't, because if you work it out, the DLCs for Farm Sim are like, we know, normal price. You've got the Platinum, which was $40 New Zealand. You got the Big Bud, which was $24. The Coon Equipment Pack, which was $24. And then you got the Roper, which was $12. Plus you've got the Modern Classics. Like, I don't know how many people bought that to support Mac XJX. But I'm just wondering how many people would be happy to pay the $75 for the DLC straight up.
Well, would you? I mean, you've already said you're concerned about putting out the whatever it is New Zealand for just the base game.
If it means that,
I think if it's available, there will always be someone that would be willing to buy anything. It's the wonders of a market economy, but I'm sure there's plenty of folks that would be willing to pay it out to just have the sense that the money that they've outlaid is done.
Yeah.
But there's other, I mean, I'm not feeling ripped off or gypped or slighted that I've put, I don't know how, whatever I put into it. But based on the number of hours that I've put into it, it's pennies on the hour. Or less than a penny an hour. You know, based on the number of hours. So it's the cheapest entertainment that you can come up with at the number of hours that I put into it. You know, there's always a chance of catching things on sales. Might not mean you got the latest DLC as soon as it comes out, but
Dude, you grabbing straw for the pigs?
I'm sure if a season pass is
Yes.
available for PC, there would be plenty of people that would jump on
Grab
it.
some for the cows.
And my thinking is I would only have to pay once to get all the DLCs.
Raz, we should say, I'm trying to get straw.
Yeah, my thinking is I would be happy to lay out, say, $70 to $80 once, if that means that I get all the DLCs straight away. I mean, get the DLC code straight away, as in I don't have to lay out more money for the game, if you know what I mean by that.
Yeah. Then do you feel then that you are obligated to get a certain number of DLCs for that monetary outlay? It doesn't say that, you know, when you place the order, it says, you know, additional paid content is available as part of this whatever. But it doesn't necessarily state that there will be 3 or 4 sets of additional content. So if you only get 3, do you feel like, hey, I was gypped? I really, you know, I was expecting 4 pieces of paid content and I only got 3, type of a thing. Because they never assure that you're going to get a specific type or number.
If it's good quality stuff, like good quality equipment that comes in, I don't care. I don't really care on how many DLCs I get, as long as it's good quality work. If you know what I mean by that. Like when a season pass comes out, it doesn't really say how many DLCs that gives you entitlement to. It's just a season pass. Like it goes from the start of 17, start of 19, to the end of 19, the 19 season. So if for instance they run the modding contest again, and they bring out another DLC for the player, like you've got to think, for the PC market, you got 2 extra DLCs that you could buy. One through Giants, which was the Modern Classics, and then you had the Shore Harvest DLC, which apparently, from what I heard, and this is the reason why I didn't buy it and I used a cracked version of it, is because I've heard that it wasn't up to Giant standards. And that's the thing. Like, if it's Giant and it's good quality and they fix the bugs that might come out with it, I would be happy to lay out that sort of money. It wouldn't matter how many DLCs you get for that monetary value.
Right. I'm just knowing that I was seeing plenty of people when I think lots of people thought maybe the Big Bud was the last one, that they were like, we only got 3, you know, the Coon, Big Bud, and Platinum. We only got 3 for our season pass, whereas, you know, with 15 we got X whatever number. It was like, well, no assurances ever that you were going to get 1, let alone 3 or 4. So to some degree, it's a gamble. You're buying it expecting a certain amount to be put out there, that no assurances. But If it's available, people will buy it. There'll be plenty of people that buy it, plenty of people that say it's not worth it because you don't know how many you're going to get. It's all camps. Even if you put out 10 DLCs, there'll still be somebody that would claim that they didn't get their money's worth. They didn't like the equipment or whatever.
I'd rather just pay for them as they come out. Especially being a PC player, because they'll go on sale eventually.
How many more bales of straw you want me to give these cows? Because they're already up to 70%.
I tell you, these cows just consume.
I've given them 5.
I know. Let's just give him a couple more. How about you give him 1 more and Darren or Raz give him 2 more? I think he's hitting 2 to your 1.
I'm giving the. I've been putting them in the pigs.
Oh.
Oh, come on. I'm not a lightweight. I just drove by you with 3.
Yeah, he's hauling more than I am.
Oh well, Kiwi's such a hard person to talk to. I'm spending all of my energy coming up with arguments for him.
I don't know why the dang bale keeps falling off these forks.
It's simple,
It doesn't
man.
like you.
I keep wanting to.
Either you want to buy it or you don't. No big deal.
Yeah. I keep wanting to bring in and forgetting to bring in the Kotek 4-bale forks. I really need to put that in here. Alright guys, well we're going to close out for the night. Sorry about the issues early on where the stream just took a complete dump.
I'm with you. The amount of hours I've played this game versus what I've paid for it. Nothing.
But, you know, it was all good. Oh, we need to fill this up. We'll be back here on Friday.
I like the fact if you don't like something, you just go in there and change it up
So,
the way you want it.
Till next time, happy farming.